Controversy sells. It's amazing how I could wake up Saturday morning and hear that Eminem dropped a surprise album dissing everybody. And it kind of made me think, is he getting all this recognition because he dissed everybody? Or are we really into the music? A lot of rappers get into it all the time. Beef, 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 right? That's all we hear. But what is beef? Is beef like just us getting on these records and going back and forth? Or is beef like you say a certain thing and we got to take it to the streets? Dear Love, episode 24. I've heard customers come through the line at drive-thrus and say, oh, that ain't the shake that I ordered, or that's not the sandwich that I ordered. It's beef now. And it's like, is it really beef, or are you just upset because you didn't get the right food? So it makes me look at this music thing. Everybody says, shout out to Cleveland, MGK and Eminem are going at each other. Cool. Now, the problem me and my cousin was discussing is, going back and forth, sparring with each other, lyrical bars, schemes, stuff like that is cool. Now, in this type of sport, though, is there a line that you can't cross? So we got in a little debate. Even though we agreed on some parts, and the most important part we agreed on is we just feel like family should be left out of it. When you rapping, you shouldn't be mentioning somebody's wife or somebody's kid or things of that nature, because that's a little beyond the bars. Not only that, you're speaking on my family, this is between us, but it made me think a little bit. Shows like The Wire, Ozarks, season 2 on Netflix right now. When people have a problem with someone in the streets, they usually include kids. Now, the code that I stand by and I've always heard is, mothers and kids are left out of it. Don't touch the moms or the baby. Like, if it's one of your people in the street or one of your cousins or something like that, cool. But mothers and daughters and kids, stuff like that, you leave out of that, man. We leave them out of it. So it just makes me think. Now, the thing that we were talking about is because MGK mentioned Eminem's daughter. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Because I'm like, all right, I don't care if you, dissed her straight up. But I just wouldn't mention the kid's name unless I wanted all the smoke in the world. Like, you got to be ready to die for the words that you say to me when you mention someone's kids. It's one thing to talk about me or disrespect me, come at me crazy. But when you mention my kid, or you mention my wife, or you mention my daughter, my son, just your kids in general, I feel like that takes it to a whole nother level. But think about the TV shows and stuff. Don't you always hear them say, we'll kill your kids, we'll kill your wife? Now, it's going to take one person in one of these shows to say, man, you kill who you want to kill. I still ain't telling you. Then we'll see how that goes. But on a serious note, though, I mention all of this because I really want to know what's real. Like, what's really real? When I was in middle school, I got into it with a guy named, I don't know if it was Jiggy or, I can't remember the name. I hate when that happens. But he went to a whole nother school, and I don't know if we were fighting over a girl or whatever it was, but I've never seen this guy before in my life. And now that I think about it, I'm trying to figure out who told me he had a problem with me. I don't remember, but a girl named Taylor, well, no, I do remember his cousin was named Taylor, and she came to me, she just said, well, my cousin got beef with you. And I think that word just used so loosely. I'm like, beef? Like, what's the beef? And I can't remember exactly why or what it was about, but I think it was about a girl he liked or something. And he like, well, meet me here after school. And I'm just like, what? But, I had some people that, had my back. We ain't letting that go down, this and that, which I felt was cool because they kind of was cool with the Taylor girl too, and I didn't want to, how it is, mixing friends and all of that stuff. But I still don't understand what it was about or why we was into it. And that's why I say, like, what's real? Because, like, real beef, yeah, I'm going to meet you after school and we going to go fight. Like, come on, man, especially over a chick. Because I feel like it's rules to beef. Like, rule number one, it got to be a legitimate problem. It can't be nothing like, oh, man, one of these girls I used to mess with, you messed with her now, so now we got a problem. Long story short, he never came. I think we walked down, we was walking down the street or something. He never showed up. Another time I remember when I was in high school. Well, actually, man, these stories are, I'm going to say wannabe beefs or fake beefs because nothing never came from it. Like, I remember we were at lunch and a guy walked us. It's always like just somebody else thinking something or hearing something and not really knowing what the hell going on. Because I be half lost when I be hearing this because I don't even be into that. You know what I mean? I got other shit to do. So he came up to me, he said, oh yeah, you from, it was a certain street. And he's like, oh, you from Noble? Oh man, I'm from, what do you say? I'm from G Square. Cause I'm from G Square. You gotta see me after school. And I'm just looking at him like, maybe he don't really know who I am, or maybe, and not even on no tough boy talk. It's like, dude, I have family that mess with that side. So you not being in the loop, it seems you got a problem with me because you see me on a certain street. And I just I don't get it. We either gonna be real about this shit or we ain't gonna be real. Like, okay. So after school came again and nothing happened because he found out who I knew or who my peoples was that's affiliated with his people, and he wanted to be cool and dap me up. And it's funny because my cousin to see me, he like, man, this nigga, now he just like extra on your dick, like, pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on. Like, I just don't be getting what be real when it come to this beef stuff, man. I don't want to see nobody get hurt or nothing like that, but niggas gotta show me they real, man. Because I don't be understanding why we do all this tough talk. I remember at my job, somebody told me, yeah, I'm going to come back and see you. I'm going to get my brother. I said, all right, I get off at 6 o'clock. And nothing ever happened. He said the Super Bowl was on. I'm lucky that he had money on the game, or he would have came and did what he had to do. My thing is, first, his brother was supposed to come. Well, it was originally with him, but he said his brother was supposed to come. He didn't come. And years later, I see him and no problems. That's why I be like laid back with my shit, and I just be laughing because everybody who plays so tough always come back and bring it right back down. Like, you supposed to keep that energy. If it's real beef or it's real like you say it is, you supposed to keep that energy, man. Ain't nothing supposed to stop it. Another time, I was in the drive-thru. A guy used to always come through, man. Come outside. You could see me, young blood. Young blood, come holler at me. I come outside. We ain't end up fighting. Weeks later, he come through the line with his wife, and she made him apologize. He told me, my fault, man. I was drunk, man. And to this day, we cool. He got his own business and everything. He be hollering at me. And it's funny because it's like, y'all got to show me y'all about this life, man. At the end of the day, we talk so crazy. We still got loved ones that we go home to, or people we care about in our corner. So why do we play so tough like our people can't get touched too? I guess that's the point of beefing, though. You got to act like you just the hardest thing on the planet. But, man, everybody, man, I bleed just like this person bleed. That's why I don't take nothing too serious. I just say, all right, I hope you about what you say you about. Especially nowadays, man, because I don't even think it need to be beef no more. So maybe I am asking the wrong questions. Because you see real every day you turn on the news, or every day you get on Instagram or Facebook, another person dying, a shooting at the gas station, or a shooting over some tickets, or a shooting at a bar just because. And that's the sad part about Cleveland. people can't just go out and have a good time without somebody dying. And that sound like I'm trying to be funny, but I'm not. Cause I look at it like, for every time you have fun, or as far as an outing like in the city, like Summer Jam, somebody gonna die. And that's a crazy thought, because I be thinking and I be looking at it like, man, that could be me. You know, it kind of slows down certain spots I roll to. Cause why is it? I don't really get why it has to be like that. Even when the Cavaliers won the championship and they had the parade, for one, all those people that was downtown, it's like, man, nobody has a job, but a million niggas could be downtown for the championship. Like the little parade. And somebody so-called got shot down there or beat up or stabbed. It's like we can't never go out, have a good time with our peoples and just enjoy life, man. That's the thing. When I say what's real, I guess that is what's real. Trying to enjoy your life is real. Because it's always somebody, for every person that's trying to enjoy their life, it's somebody who's trying to ruin it. And I used to always want to be famous as hell. Like, man, I want my lights on everything. I want the lights on my name. And I still, don't get me wrong, I still want to be, I guess famous. I'm not sure, but I don't want all of maybe the background is kind of the best way. I want my stuff out there, but as far as me standing like, oh, I got 30,000 on and this and that, man, you see these rappers getting killed in their own city. People getting robbed in their own city where they come from. To the point where once you get rich or you get big like that, you can't even go back to where you from. What's the point of that? And you can give so much to people and still end up getting robbed or getting beat up, or it just ain't enough for them. So I guess what's real is living your life the best way you can to the fullest. Because you never know. Like I said, the kicking it's cool to kick it. I ain't trying to scare nobody into not kicking it or not having fun, but you just always got to be careful. And like I said, more careful than ever. I had somebody I knew lost their life because they was at the strip club. Somebody stepped on their shoes and they got shot in the head. We had a strip club where we supposed to be here for the women, and the niggas is in there beefing. It's a messed up world when we supposed to be in here enjoying the ladies, and I'm too busy mad at this person for stepping on my shoe by mistake or whatever the case is. So what's real? Living your life to the fullest. Dear love, T. Shaw, I'm out of here.